Hi, I'm Priya. I used to work as a housekeeper in one of Mumbai's most luxurious 5-star hotels. It's funny how life works. I never planned to clean rooms for a living. After high school, my parents grew tired of my carefree attitude and insisted I get a job. According to them, I needed to learn responsibility. They gave me two options: join my father's modest restaurant or work at a hotel. I chose the hotel because, honestly, I thought it would be glamorous. I didn't realize then that I'd be scrubbing floors and making beds for the wealthy. At first, it wasn't too bad. The work was simple, and the pay was decent. Plus, I enjoyed the quiet moments when I could work alone. But as the weeks turned into months, the job became repetitive. To break the monotony, I began observing the guests. Their fancy clothes, expensive gadgets, and designer luggage fascinated me. Soon, mere observation wasn't enough. I started peeking into their belongings, not to steal, but out of pure curiosity. One afternoon, I was assigned to clean the grandest suite in the hotel, the presidential suite. It was usually reserved for billionaires, celebrities, or foreign dignitaries. As I tidied up, I noticed an open closet. Inside was the most stunning golden lehenga I had ever seen. Its intricate embroidery sparkled under the light, and I couldn't resist trying it on. The fabric felt luxurious against my skin, and for a moment, I imagined myself as someone important, attending a royal event. But my fantasy was short-lived. The sound of the suite door unlocking jolted me back to reality. Panicking, I tried to take off the lehenga, but the zipper got stuck. With no time to spare, I dove under the bed, heart pounding. A man entered, speaking on the phone. "I need someone to pretend to be my girlfriend for a party tomorrow night," he said. "I've got the lehenga ready, and I'll pay 2 lakh rupees for the night. Just find someone reliable." I held my breath as he paced the room. After a few minutes, he left. I quickly changed back into my uniform and hurried out, but his words stayed with me. 2 lakhs for one night? That kind of money could change my life. Over the next 2 days, I observed the man, Aryan, from a distance. He was tall, confident, and carried an air of authority. On the third day, I decided to approach him. It took every ounce of courage I had, but I walked up to him and said, "Hi, are you new here?" Aryan looked surprised but smiled warmly. We chatted briefly, and then, as if on cue, he said, "Actually, I'm looking for someone to accompany me to an event. It's just for one evening. Are you interested?" Feigning hesitation, I agreed. That evening, I went to his suite, where a team of stylists was waiting. They worked their magic, transforming me into someone I barely recognized. When I put on the golden lehenga, I felt like royalty. Aryan seemed impressed but said nothing. As we drove to the event, he casually mentioned, "By the way, this party is my ex-girlfriend's wedding. She's marrying my best friend." His nonchalant tone caught me off guard, but I said nothing. The wedding venue was breathtaking, an opulent palace decked with lights and flowers. Aryan introduced me to everyone as his girlfriend. I played my part, smiling and making polite conversation. When we approached the bride, Neha, she froze. Her expression was a mix of shock and jealousy. "You're lucky to have him," I said sweetly. "He's an amazing man." Aryan stifled a laugh as Neha's discomfort became evident. Throughout the night, Aryan and I danced, laughed, and enjoyed ourselves. For a moment, I forgot about my real life. After the event, Aryan surprised me by taking me to a quiet street vendor for pav bhaji. It was a stark contrast to the grandeur of the wedding, but it felt oddly perfect. Before dropping me off, he handed me the lehenga. "Keep it," he said. "It suits you." The next day, I avoided Aryan. I didn't want him to know I was just a housekeeper. But fate had other plans. A week later, the hotel hosted a corporate event, and I was assigned as a server. To my horror, Aryan was one of the guests, accompanied by a stunning woman. Seeing them together filled me with jealousy. In a moment of frustration, I, accidentally, spilled a drink on her dress. The woman was furious and demanded to see the manager. When the CCTV footage revealed my actions, I was fired on the spot. My parents were livid. They berated me for my carelessness and called me a failure. For the first time, their words hit me. I realized I needed to change. I left Mumbai and moved to Pune, where I rented a tiny room with 2 other girls. I enrolled in a fashion design course and took a part-time job at a boutique. The golden lehenga became my inspiration. Its design pushed me to dream bigger. Over the next 6 years, I worked tirelessly, eventually becoming the head designer at a renowned fashion house. One day, during an interview, a journalist asked about my journey. I told her about the golden lehenga that changed my life. The story resonated with readers, and a few days later, I received a call. "I thought you'd forgotten me," said a familiar voice. It was Aryan. Hearing him brought back a flood of memories. We agreed to meet, and as we talked, it felt like no time had passed. That golden lehenga didn't just change my career, it brought me a story, and a person I would cherish forever. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and follow.